All right, you guys see the title of the video? Every girl that I've hooked up with lately has other guys in her life. But this is actually what you need to realize, period, about all girls, is they all have guys in their life. Girls are never single. Oh, look at this, look at this. Looks like my beard's about to be connecting. Oh, it's coming in slowly, but not on this side. It's weird because I get this sideburn right here that's thick, and this one is not thick, but then this one wants to connect. Maybe like by the time I'm 30, I'll have all this shit connected. We'll see. Anyways, this girl's texting me right now and telling me her guy is gone until Friday. Let me actually check this text real quick. Let me see this. Yeah, this girl, she's telling me her guy, her whatever guy that's seeing her, this guy that keeps staying over at her house, trying to like become her boyfriend, basically. Um, she's telling me that he's gone until Friday. But because he's trying to wife her up, she finds that unattractive. But she still wants to keep him around because that's smart to keep a guy around for security who also has money and a job and all this stuff. I'm trying to see my jawline. Could be better. um yeah, so um this other girl I hooked up with 2 days ago. By the way, I'm day two semen retention because I fucked some girl the other day, and I decided to come because I was getting too horny and I couldn't focus on anything else other than girls. Um, but yeah, she told me like the reason why she hit me up again for round two was because she hooked up with some other guy and he like lasted 30 seconds. So I just want to make that abundantly clear to you guys that all of these girls have options and none of them are not having sex. There's never a time when a girl is like completely single. So you're competing with other guys always. So there's a couple things you can do to raise your perceived value in her mind to make her want to hook up with you. Dominance is one, okay? But not only that, sexual DHVs. So for example, I just wrote out my script again, just like off the top of my head. I always like um write it over because yeah, I just want to keep it fresh. So I'm gonna read it out to you guys, and I'm gonna point out some things. Okay? Hey, I'm really curious about something. Where are you from? Oh shit! I found there's two types of girls around here. I found there's two types of girls around here. Implies that you have experience with girls. One's like really conservative, like reserved and shy, and like maybe even sexually repressed. The other one's like super open-minded, fun, adventurous, sexually free, independent, mature, secure with herself, whatever. And then she says, "Yeah, I'm the fun one." And then you say, "Yeah, actually, you know what? You kind of remind me of this girl. Everybody thought she was such a good girl, like the way she carried herself. But she told me she started modeling out here, and that's when she became like a little nympho, and she loved having sex in public. She would get so turned on by almost getting caught. Like, anyways, long story short, because she became so open-minded and sexually positive and positive about sex." She was able to unlock her deepest orgasmic potential, and I've never made a girl come that much. Long story short, I've never made a girl come that much by just penetration before. You say something like that, and then she's gonna be like, okay, so this guy's like, you know what I'm saying? He understands the shit, and then you're like, but I'm curious about something. She's like, what? Like, how do you feel about guys around here though? And this is the good part. So she's like, oh yeah, they're dead or not. Yeah, and you say yeah. A lot of girls tell me how like they're like horrible in bed and like they're not having orgasms with these guys and stuff. And then you say like, have you ever had like 10 to 15 like back to back uncontrollable shaking orgasms? And then she's gonna be like, in one session, and you're gonna be like, or like at once, all at once? Yeah. No. Oh yeah, go figures. It's not your fault. I mean, you know how guys are, right? Like most are clueless. Like I'm surprised how many like don't know that a woman's orgasm is 80% mental stimulation and like how important foreplay is. And like they don't know even if they are dominant, like they don't know how to balance it with tantra. Yeah. Either that or like, and also like they're too selfish and they just go straight for the penetration and bust in like 5 minutes. And then all of this is gonna be like, so she's like, yeah, he's right. Wait, but then there's also like, wait, what's tantra? She's thinking like, what's tantra? Like, what do you mean 10 to 15 oral orgasms? Like he knows more than me, and he's promising something I've never had, but I want, and he knows exactly my experience with other guys. And then you're like, but like I can tell you love to get your hair pulled, choked, and like you love to be spanked. But like I bet you still don't even get orgasms from that, huh? Yeah. It's because like the guys don't balance it with tantra. Like, let me see your hand. Yeah, so if like a guy's too aggressive and he's like, it's like when I'm tapping your finger right now, like you barely feel it, right? But if you slow everything down with tantra, you get out of your head into your body, and that's when you can feel every little sensation just like this. That's how you can get comfortable enough to come. Yeah. And then she's like kind of mind blown by all that. And then you're like, yeah, but just remind me, like, if there's chemistry and it's me and you, like, just to take it slow with you. Because, like, you're not used to this kind of stuff. And then she's like, what? Haha, that's funny. And then and then you're going to be like, no, but, like, honestly, like, you would hate me. Why? Because I would take it so slow with you. I wouldn't give you what I saw you wanted until I knew for a fact you couldn't take it anymore because your body language was literally begging for it. Like, I know exactly what I would do to you to make you a complete fucking mess. All right? Now she's going to be like, what would you do? And then you go, I would start you off so slow. As soon as you got in my room, I would be like, stand there. Don't fucking move. Whatever the dirty talk is. And then you're going to be like, but we can only hang out under one condition. I have a rule that you'd have to be able to follow. Like, I have a rule against bad sex. Like, I'm just not down for it. Like, so you'd have to promise me a few things. Tell me, you got to tell me out loud so I know it's real. Say that you'll be your true self with me, 100%. You'll let go. Yeah? And you'll let out your fully expressive wild side. Yeah? Say it. And tell me that you're going to give me every last drop of your fucking enthusiasm. Yeah. And when you're with me, your body is my fucking property. And you're my good little girl. Say it. Good girl. Okay, so you're going to be a really good girl, huh? All right, come on. Let's go. Let's get out of here. So you've already framed her as independent. You've already framed her as open-minded. You've already framed her as spontaneous. You already framed her all these things. You shouldn't have to do anything else. You shouldn't have to hit her with any fake objections or anything. She should be down to come at this point. So the point here is the sexual authority. So where does this happen? How do you feel about guys around here? I mean, obviously telling her the story about like the girl that's like who became sexually positive and open-minded about sex, and she was able to have orgasms and stuff. That's good too. But how do you feel about guys around here? A lot of girls tell me that they're horrible in bed and aren't having orgasms. Have you ever had 10 to 15 uncontrollable orgasms shaking back to back? It's not your fault. You know how guys are. They're clueless. They don't know that a woman's orgasm is 80% mental stimulation, and foreplay is important. And even if they are dominant, they don't know how to balance it with tantra. And they're too selfish, and then they just go for straight for penetration and bust in 5 minutes, right? But like, I could tell you love to get your hair pulled and choked and spanked, but you still aren't having orgasms, right? Crazy. Yeah, it's because of this. Let me see your hand. Then the tantra thing. So there's 5 points right there. There's 5 points right there before I give the tantra demonstration. So I'm surprised how many don't know how to balance dominance with tantra. And even if they are dominant, they are selfish and go straight for penetration and bust in like 5 minutes, okay? So it's 5 things. How do you feel about guys around here? A lot of girls, or let's just count that as 1. How do you feel about guys around here? Yeah, a lot of girls tell me that guys are horrible in bed, right? And they're not having orgasms. Have you ever had 10 to 15 back-to-back uncontrollable shaking orgasms? Okay, it's not your fault. Because you know how most guys are. They're clueless. They don't know that it's 80% mental and foreplay is important and how to balance dominance with tantra. And even if they are dominant, they're too selfish and they go straight for penetration and bust in like 5 minutes. So, I mean, I could shorten that. Yeah. So they don't know it's 80% mental and how important foreplay is, right? And they don't know how to balance dominance with tantra. And even if they are dominant, they're just selfish and they go straight for the penetration and bust in like fucking 5 minutes, right? And then it's like, but I can tell, but you like, but I can tell you like getting your hair, but like, or you could say it like it's obvious, like, but like you like getting your hair pulled, choked, and spanked, right? But like you're still not even getting orgasms when a guy does that sometimes, right? Yeah, it's because of this. Watch, let me see your hand. If a guy's too aggressive, it's like I'm tapping your finger right now, like you barely even like notice it when I'm talking to you, right? But if you can slow everything down with tantra, it'll get you out of your head into your body. It's like you can feel every little sensation. So yeah, if you start off with like a lot of foreplay or a tantric massage, that's how you can get comfortable enough to come. Just remind me to take it slow with you though. So the only thing in here that you don't really need is like, oh, you actually remind me of this one girl. She used to start modeling here and she did this and this and this. You can go sexually. She goes, yes, I'm sexually free. And then you go like, okay, cool. Yeah. But how do you feel about the guys around here? Yeah, most don't know what they're doing. You can go straight into that. You can literally go straight into that. Honestly, I might even take out this. I'm going to put optional above the other one. Above the DHV story, because the DHV story might be too much. Like, yeah. Just like sexually free. She's like, yeah. Yeah, like, I knew this one girl, like, she said she, like, when she, like, everybody thought she was a good girl, like, yeah, I knew this one girl, like, everybody thought she was, like, a fucking good girl, but then she started, like, modeling out here, and I guess she became more, like, sex positive and open-minded about sex. Anyways, long story short, this girl turned into a complete fucking nympho. Like, she always wanted to have sex with me in public and shit like that, and she would get so excited when, like, we would hook up in front and all, like, in front of people and almost get caught. And like, long story short, like, because she was so open-minded about sex, she like unlocked her like sexual potential and like her orgasmic potential. I've never made a girl come that fucking much from straight penetration, like crazy. Like, it was so much fun. But how do you feel about guys around here? How do you feel about guys around here? Yeah. Yeah, a lot of girls tell me they're horrible in bed. What happened to my IG? My IG is permanently banned. Completely permanently banned. But I'm kind of glad because IG never really got me anything. I got laid a few times off IG, I'm not going to lie. But at the same fucking time, actually, dude, I was getting like 300 views on my stories. It was actually kind of popping. But fuck, man. I got banned because I mean, it was a matter of time, right? I was sharing crazy shit, so I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm gonna get it unlocked, but it is what it is, dude. They said it's disabled, so crazy how they can just disable that shit. Like, I got so much business stuff in there and like DMs from like years ago and shit, and like just to have it disabled like out of nowhere is kind of gnarly. But it's the same thing that happened with me on Facebook. It just shows me that, like, they can take away their platforms at any time. And so, not to get addicted to their platforms and also keep your brain in the real world. I mean, there's so many times that I just got lost on Instagram and it didn't really do me any benefits. So, but yeah, they're stupid for just banning like that off the bat. But yeah, So every girl, you're competing with other guys. And so you need to DLV these other guys. Yeah, I'm doing the Neville Goddard exercise every night, and then I wake up and you know what I figured out about that technique is it makes you excited to do the things you need to do. So like I was visualizing last night with the Neville Goddard technique, and then I just got up in the middle of the night and I started writing out all the things I needed to do. And then now I just did the first one, rehearsed UMP script in the mirror. I'm not rehearsing in the mirror. I'm rehearsing it here on YouTube for you guys, but I think that's cool though that it like made me write. It made me do what I said I was gonna do. Like I wrote out my, you know what I'm saying, my script again, and I just practiced it. And now it's like locked in. I know exactly what to do with it. Like I know exactly what to do with the script now. It's like it's insane, you know. Oh my gosh, this shit is fucking insane. Day 2 semen retention. Drinking some aged. It's intense. But I was way too horny. I was like 8 months semen retained. I was way too horny, guys. I couldn't. I would wake up and I would just be like laying there horny, and I didn't even want to get out of bed. Like it felt good, but at the same time it was just too much. Yeah, it felt like, and I didn't feel like motivated to go get laid because it was like, what's the point? And so now I'm gonna start busting nuts with girls again. In this chapter of my life, every time I have sex, not every time, but every time I have sex with a new girl, I'm gonna bust for sure. With a new girl, for sure. Sometimes with the same girls, but yeah, I'm gonna keep it. So I'm gonna have at this point in time in my life, I'm gonna have no girlfriend, right? But I'm going to have anytime I pull a girl, I'm gonna nut with her because I realize that holding it makes me more alpha with men, sure, but it makes me too intense for the females. So there's like, you need the balance, you know? So anyways, like last night I was day 1 semen retention. I went out just to see how it was gonna be, and I was talking to girls like so easily, and then like this one dude tried to get all hard with me, and I still was able to hold my frame. Not like perfect, by the way. He had a stronger frame than me, which he wouldn't have one day earlier if I was still semen retained, which is funny, right? But it doesn't really matter because I had a strong enough frame to like de-escalate the situation, like, you know what I mean? So it's a strong enough frame, and that's on day 1, which is insane. Like, you know, I might bust once a week. I might wait a month, but I'll just never jack off, and I won't bust with the same girl over and over and over again. I will always go to new girls, which will keep me in the game, but I'm still enjoying my life. So, because I never had a situation, or I never had a season in my life where I was hooking up with a lot of different girls and busting all the time. And now that my game's getting to that level where I can, I don't want to be the dude that's like just so fucking semen retained. It's not what I want to do, because it's when you get that semen retained, it's like you have a lot of, once you start taking action, you have a lot of energy, and you can do really well, and like you can lift weights like really good, you can all this stuff, you can do all this stuff, but at the same time there's this like edge on you that you feel like uncomfortable, you feel like kind of on edge. That's what it is. And I know Connor Murphy, he eats his own nut, and that's like his solution, but like I busted in that girl, I didn't eat it, I just left it in her, like I don't give a fuck, like whatever. But I'm just gonna keep it to a minimal, you know. Every new girl that I get, like, and if I'm getting new girls like every other day, then maybe I'll slow it back down again. But I'm gonna keep it to my rule, which is like orgasmic bliss, like a heightened sexual experience, whatever, you know. But yeah. So super easy. How do you feel about guys around here? Yeah, most girls told me that they don't know how to have sex. They don't know how to give them like a bunch of orgasms. Like, have you ever had 10 to 15 back-to-back uncontrollable shaking orgasms? Yeah, it's not your fault. Like, most guys don't know how, like, they don't know that a woman's like arousal is 80% mental stimulation and how important foreplay is. And also, I'm surprised how many guys don't know how to balance dominance with tantra. And even if they are dominant, it's like they're selfish and just go for, yeah. And actually, I'm just gonna shorten this and say balance dominance with tantra, or they're just too selfish and go straight for penetration and bust in like 5 minutes, you know. But like you like getting your hair pulled, choked, and spanked, right? But you still aren't even having orgasms from that all the time, right? Yeah, it's because of this. Let me see your hand. Boom. Ooh, I know what to do. I know what to do on the sexual DHV. So it's basically you say, actually there's this one girl that I knew about. Like she like everybody thought she was such a good girl, and like she had like all this sexual like repression, and she wasn't able to like have orgasms. But anyway, I guess she like came out here and started modeling, and then she became more like open-minded about sex and like you know, more sexually free, more sex positive, if you will. Anyway, she became like a little fucking nympho, like she always wanted to have sex in public, and like I remember no, I'll be like, she came out here and started doing modeling. She started doing modeling and she met me. She came out here to model. She came out here to model, and she met me, and like I remember like I did some like fuck. I did some trauma release with her, and got her like to open up and like view her sexuality better. Anyways, this girl wanted to have sex in public all the fucking time. And because she had a better outlook on sex, she was able to unlock her orgasmic, like, yeah, that's actually pretty good. It's like, around here, it's like 63. Yeah, I remember this one girl. She was like pretty close-minded about sex. Like, that's actually pretty good. Like, and then like she like came down here and she met me. Yeah, this is the story of my ex. She had never had an orgasm in her life. I like that. I like that. I like that. She was pretty sexually repressed and not able to have orgasms. But she started modeling out here and met me. And then she met me, and then she became a little nympho, and she just loved having sex, turned on but almost getting caught. And because she became so open-minded about sex and became so sex positive, she was able to unlock her deepest orgasmic potential. Met me. I did some inner trauma releases with her, and she became like a little nympho. Yo, I actually kind of love that. I actually love that one. That one's good. I like that one. That one's actually fucking good because it's a true story. It's a fucking true story, and it's like it lets girls know like maybe I shouldn't say nympho. She became sexually free. and she loved having sex in public, and she would get so turned on. Deepest orgasmic potential. Unlock her deepest orgasmic potential. And she was able to have like 30 orgasms from just penetration with me in every single session. There we go. I actually like that. I like that a lot. But how do you feel about the guys around here? Then just change the subject. But how do you feel about the guys around here? So it's like I'm this guy. I give this girl 30 orgasms. But how do you feel about the guys around here? It's like, but how do you feel about the guys around here? Most of the girls tell me they suck. They don't know how to do this. They don't know how to do that. They don't know this. They don't know that. They don't know how to balance this. But you like this, and this. But it's like this. But you don't know how to do this. And then it's like, I actually kind of love it. Yeah, actually, there was this one girl. Yeah, this one girl told me. Yeah, I knew this one. Yeah, this one girl. She was so sexy. Yeah, this one girl I know. Yeah, this one girl I know. Yeah, actually, there's one girl I know. Everybody thought she was such a good girl. And everybody thought she was a good girl. She was pretty, like, sexually repressed and, like, not able to have any orgasms or anything, like. But she started modeling out here, and she met me. And I did some, like, inner trauma releases with her, and she became, like, super open-minded and sexually free. Like, she loved having sex in public. She would get so turned on by almost getting caught. And, like, long story short, because she became so open-minded about sex and became so sex positive, she was able to unlock her, like, deepest orgasmic potential. And she was able to have, like, 30 orgasms from just penetration with me, like, in every single session. But how do you feel about guys around here? Bruh, dude, bro, that is so fucking fire. It's actually so fire, guys. Like, wow. Yeah, this one girl I know. Just go into a story. It's like, hey, I'm actually really curious about something. Like, where are you from? Oh shit, no, I found that there's two types of girls around here. Like, one's like really conservative and like reserved, shy, and like sexually repressed. And the other's like open-minded, fun, adventurous, like non-judgmental, like sexually free, like independent. Yeah, it's okay. Cool. Yeah, actually, yeah, there was just one girl. She everybody thought she was like such a good girl. And she was like pretty sexually repressed and stuff. She wasn't able to have like any orgasms at all. But she like started modeling out here. She met me. I did some like inner trauma releases on her, like hypnosis and shit. And long story short, she became so sexually free, like and like open-minded, so she was able to unlock like her sexual like orgasmic potential, and like she would love having sex in public, and she would get turned on by like almost getting caught, and like anyways, she was able to have like 30 orgasms just from penetration with me, like in every single session. It was fucking amazing, like such a crazy transformation. But how do you feel about guys around here? But like I'm curious, but like how do you feel about guys around here? bro, like what? Because she just admitted that she's like non-judgmental, like open-minded, sexually free, fun, and adventurous. And then you just go into the sexually free, adventurous story. Duh. Duh. And then you show all this value that you have, and then now she's gonna like tell you everything about like the guys around here, and you explain why the guys wouldn't know how to do this. You explain that you know that she likes to get her hair pulled, show all this shit, right? And then you go straight into like, yeah, but just remind me like if there's chemistry between us, like if we have like super gnarly chemistry between us and it's like on between us, like to take it slow with you, because you're not really used to this kind of stuff, like. And then she's like, oh no, I can handle it. Like, I don't know if you'd be able to handle it. Yeah, no, I can handle it. Okay, but honestly, like you would hate me. And it's like, push her away. Like, honestly, you'd hate me. I take it so slow. I wouldn't give you what you wanted until I knew for a fact you couldn't take anymore because your body language is literally begging for it. I know exactly what I would do to you. I would do this, this, and this. Yeah. We can hang out, only under one condition, though. Like, I have a rule against bad sex. You give me all of you, da-da-da-da, yeah? Hey, let's take off right now. Let's go get some food first. Just tell your friends we're getting food. Like, it's chill. It's chill. Like, just text your friends we're getting food. It's chill. No, like, I have to go talk to them right now. Listen, they're just gonna judge you. Like, they're not on your level of consciousness. Like, they don't have this understanding, right, about, like, the experience you're about to have. They're just gonna be, like, they're just gonna read in between the lines, and then they're gonna judge you know? But at the same time, it could be a good test, but it would be on you. If you weren't able to leave, it's because you weren't independent enough. You know what I mean? Like, if you allowed them to shame, it would be you, not that. You wouldn't be able to blame them. I mean, so it's up to you. But, like, honestly, I think, like, you could just text them and be like, I'm going to go get food with this cool guy. Don't worry, I'm okay. And I think they're not going to treat you like a little fucking kid, are they? And even if they do, you can just be like, don't treat me like a little kid. Like, it's that easy. Boom, pull. But another thing is, like, your friends are cool, right? Like, they're, like, super, like, they're non-judgmental and shit. Okay, cool. I don't know. I've just seen some girls around here, like, judging their friends for talking to, like, a guy and shit. It's, like, fucking weird. Like, I've just seen it. There you go. You could say it, like, hey, like, your friends are cool, yeah? Like, non-judgmental? Okay, cool. No, and you talk to the whole group? No, I've just seen some girls around here, like, judging their friends for, like, talking to a guy and shit. It's fucking weird. I'm like, what the fuck? Ah, that's cool, that's cool. How do you guys know each other? Oh, okay. Nice. That's fucking dope. Do you guys like it out here? Yeah? Okay. Have you been here before? This actual spot? Okay, cool. Hey, you want a drink? Yeah? Alright, we're gonna go grab a drink, you guys. I'll bring her back in one piece, no worries. I'll bring her back in one piece, okay? You don't have to say that. Just be like, alright, we're gonna go get a drink, you guys. Alright, cool. And if they say some weird shit like, okay, bring her back in one piece, it's like, oh, come on. You know she's fucking grown, right? I mean, you know she's fucking grown. She can make her own shit. She's fine, right? Oh, come on. You know she's grown, right? She can handle herself, right? We're not treating her like a little baby tonight, are we? No? Okay. Boom. Put her back in her place. You see what I'm saying? It's that easy. So. But yeah. This is why I relapsed on semen retention, is because I wasn't even able to have these kind of thoughts. You know, post-nut clarity? This is me having extreme post-nut clarity right now. Working on this. Just sitting here working on this, mastering my game, you know, at the same time working on business too. All right. Cool. So yeah, that's that right there. It's like, yeah, actually there's this one girl I know. Everybody thought she was such a good girl, and she's like pretty sexually repressed, and she wasn't able to have orgasms at all. But she started modeling out here. She met me, like, I did some inner trauma, like, releases on her, and, like, basically, then she became more, like, sexually open-minded and free. Sexually open-minded and free. Became open-minded and free. And she started to love having public sex, and like she gets so turned on every time. We almost got caught. And like anyways, like because she became more sexually open-minded and free, she was able to unlock her like deeper orgasmic potential. And like this girl was able to have like 30 fucking orgasms in a fucking session with me, like every single time, like nonstop. But yeah, but like I'm curious, like how do you feel about guys around here? I'm trying to think if that story sounds try hard at all. It's like, oh shit, I found there's two types of girls around here. Like others like open-minded, fun, adventurous, independent, mature, like sexually free. Like, okay, you're more like fun. That's cool. Actually, yeah, there's this girl that didn't like live around here at first. She lived up north, and she was like, everybody thought she was like a really good girl. Super like, I wouldn't, yeah, like I'd say like a little sexually repressed. But she started modeling out here. and like she met me. I did some like inner trauma releases on her, and she became more like open-minded and like sexually free and stuff. But she started like to want to have like public sex like all the fucking time. It was so much fucking fun. It was so much fucking fun. And like she would get so excited when we almost got caught and shit. And I just, yeah, like because she became more open-minded and like sex positive, she was able to have like 30 orgasms every single fucking time with me. It was fucking amazing. But yeah, how do you feel about the guys around here? There you go. I can say things better than I can write it. It's fucking crazy. So I just my improv skills are just off the fucking chart. But yeah, that's it right there. And yeah, it's amazing. Honestly, that's amazing. Yeah, like no, like I knew this one girl from up north. Ah, yeah, I knew this one girl from up north, and like she came down here. She started like modeling and shit down here, and she was like really like she was like a really good girl and like a little sexually repressed, and like I remember I did some like inner like trauma work release on her, and like through hypnosis and shit. And she, I like rewired her brain, like healed some of her past like traumas, rewired her brain on just like being more sex positive and healthy. Anyways, this girl started to like want to have sex in public like all the time. She'd get so excited when we almost got caught, and she was like able to have like 30 orgasms like every time with me. It was fucking amazing. Yeah, it's so fun. It's so much fun. I love that. And like her life got so much better after that. She became like she started making a bunch of money, like all this like stuff. It was crazy. But how do you feel about the guys around here though? I'm curious. Like, how do you feel? It's like I'm this amazing guy that saved this girl's life, but how do you feel about the guys around here? Oh my gosh, bro. Hold on. I'm gonna send this as a fucking voice message to the homie. Yeah, so basically you're like, wait, like I've noticed there's like two types of girls around here. Like one's like really conservative, shy, like a little sexually repressed. The other one's like open-minded, fun, adventurous, independent, confident, secure with herself, like sexually free. Like which one are you? Like, oh yeah, you're the more fun one. That's cool. Yeah, actually, you kind of remind me of this one girl. She was from up north. She came down here to like do some modeling, and she was like really, you know, like yeah, she was fun, but like you could tell there was a little sexual repression, you know, and you could tell that she was a little closed-minded when it came to sex, and I realized that it was some trauma she had. So I did some like hypnosis, some like trauma release on her, and after that she was always wanting to have sex in public, and like it was so much fun. Like she would literally like get so excited when we almost got caught, and like since she became more sex positive, she was able to have like 30 nonstop like orgasms with me in like every session. It was super fun. But yeah, but like I'm curious about something. Like, how do you feel about the guys around here though? Yeah. Hey, excuse me. I'm actually really curious about something. Wait, where are you from? Oh, okay. No, that makes sense. You know what I found? There's like two types of girls around here. One's like really close-minded, like a little bit conservative, a little bit shy, repressed sexually. The other one's like more open-minded, fun, adventurous, like independent, like non-judgmental, free sexually. Like you're the second one, huh? Yeah, I know. I could tell because you yeah. No, I could totally fucking tell. Yeah, it reminds me like there's this one girl. She was from up north, and she said she came out here to like do some modeling and shit like that. But you could tell she was like there was some trauma she had underneath the surface. She was a little bit sexually repressed and closed minded. But I did some like hypnosis, some trauma release on her. And then, next thing you know, this girl is like so fucking open-minded about sex, and like she wanted to have sex in public like all the time. She would get so excited when we almost got caught. It was so much fucking fun. But since she became more sexually like positive, she was able to have like 30 uncontrollable non-stop like orgasms with me in every session. It was so fucking amazing. But yeah, I'm curious, like how do you feel about the guys around here though? All right, guys, I'm out. Just understand you are competing with other men at all times. So work on yourself. If you bust a nut, do it consciously for the reason of having post nut clarity so that you can work on yourself. If you are retaining, do it for the reason of boosted testosterone and holding a stronger frame. So find the balance in between, become your greatest version of yourself. And I want you guys to win. I want you guys to get money. I want you guys to get girls. And I want you guys to live a great life. And just understand it's a process. And you have to work on yourself to get there, all right? The man that doesn't work on himself is the man that doesn't get anything.